Hello Richard. Hello Buffer. Hello Empire. Hello Mini Mongo. Hello Red Joker. Alpha Solo. Hello Turbo. Orange Messi. Black Dragonfly. Hello Felix. Hello Sky Sunday. Hello Tex. Hello Jason. Hello Unnamed Player. Probably just Rich. Slime boss, but so taking damage is a little bit worse, but it's okay. Right map is totally no elites, yeah? Yeah, very interesting. Look at this right map. Like the map is clearly divided in two, you know. So if you start in these nodes, you cannot go back to the first two, and then there's only one elite in the right half. Yeah, very interesting. Yeah. So you cannot start right side, you have to start here, and then you have to do 3 or 4 hallway fights with 18 damage, so no near bonus. Probably taking that option, I would choose like this way. Yeah, I probably would take the 3 and not the 4 fights. And then yeah, we have like 5 over here into elite number 1, elite number 2, maybe second shop, and then another elite. So those are 4 elite paths. You can take the other 4 elite paths, but that is elite before the fire, and then you just like lose on fire, basically. Because you don't even need to. I guess you do need to fight the burning elite here to get 4. Yeah? This way you can get like 1 here, and then 2 here, 3 here, 4 here. Oh yeah, sure. Hello Fever. Hello Kenra. Hello Derek. Hello Frodo. You watches. Hello TCK. Yeah, start here, yeah. 10% we roll hallway fight into. If you take like no near bonus, I guess you can say maybe it's 20. So it's roughly like a 2% that we want to here and get absolutely destroyed. Hopefully not. 42, but no bash on turn 1. I guess we're placing defend. At least I draw bash on turn 2, but we are getting owned, yeah? Because it's on 28 now. So I cannot kill. I should take the extra 5. Yo, this strength. Yeah. Did not have to take because he buffs again. And wave. Probably still better than Inferno Blade. You can take the 5 breathing to Soul Slam boss immediately, but I don't see why on earth he would do that. Take the Iron Wave to attempt to recover the HP in this boss, yeah. Not an amazing elite card. Unless it's Sentry. Sentry is like okay. It's pretty decent against Sentries. Mostly this card is just the hallway card. We are not fighting that many hallways. Yeah, not fighting that many hallways or elites. But it's not like these are so amazing against elites either, you know. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Neo is 18 damage for 250 gold. So 3 would on, it's okay. Honestly, it's okay even without choose 3. Yeah? That's fine. I think I win a bit too much now to trust this card though. It's still fine. Yeah, I take that anyway. On average, it deals around 12 damage. Pretty clear turn, this guy not attacking. Here's the Iron Wave with the gods, look at that. Should I take 3 to deploy Bash? We can Bash Iron Wave. We can Bash Iron Wave and it deals... next turn, no guarantee. We guarantee 2 cards and not attack, so I probably should just not take the damage. We play the fight a little bit slower. It's a slime now though. This turn we draw defend. What? Very interesting. So first of all, this guy needs to roll 20%, not attacking. The chance of attacking is 80%, yeah, 8-0. Like 4 out of 5. And then also need to draw like this. So next time there's no lethal, he always attacks, and maximum I have block is 10, but usually I have only block 5. And of course if we low roll, block 0, yeah? So I could be forced to take 12 damage on my face next turn. Very interesting. Okay, they draw the Iron Wave again. You know, Iron Wave is doing its job. Inferno Blade could have already killed though. But at least Iron Wave is doing its job, yeah. No potion, power through, sure. I don't see why I would pick the other things. Yeah, fire breathing no power through, yeah, sure. Did not get the 10% fight, but we get something maybe worse than the fight. Oh, that was worth it. Fish bombs and with the Pramsa and 3 months special lot. But yeah, the fact that we have the no advanced OA number 1, yeah. Secondly, a massive shop, and thirdly, there's a potentially double rest here. I definitely click the Scrap Rules. There's no way we do not click the Scrap Rules there. Considering we can rest here into rest here again. And then the shop is like giga huge. And of course there's a chance that we roll rest clicking? No, I click down to... I think I will click 2 more times. I click down to like 10 HP or so. Because I am perfectly willing to double rest after the shop. And then sometimes the shop is give me enough strength that we do not... No, you would know when I rest click, like do not worry. When I rest click, you know instantly I click without thought, yeah? If I pause, if I take like a few seconds and pause and maybe even talk about the thing before clicking, then you know that I do not click blindly. I have already spent my time thinking. Yeah, because this is still easy whole way. It's either cultist or this fight that I can go down to roughly around 10 HP or so and probably won't die. Yeah, I'm not weakened for no reason. Do not like just spread the strikes. Yeah. Angway kills here. Oh, interesting draw. Okay, so in case you haven't noticed, our deck has like no damage, yeah? So I need to fix that soon. No potion. Guys, maybe it's been too long, so we have forgotten this lesson, yeah. But do you remember the chance to not get a potion in the first 3 fights? Yeah, do you still remember? Yes, 12%. You're roughly 1 out of 8. It's not supposed to happen 2 runs in a row so easily, you know. Yeah, it's not supposed to happen 2 runs in a row so easily, and the other run went to even 90%. It's still, this is still only 70. But it's only 1 out of 8 that you don't get the potion in the first 3 fights. Oh, that is so freaking early. We just went into the shop and buy another death branch or what? That is so freaking early. It doesn't do anything. This deck doesn't have anything to play around or with corruption, and we also pretty freaking weak right now. Yeah. That said, it's not up against anything special unless you want second Iron Wave, which right before 400 go shop. You're not interested. I mean, look at how much not getting potion first 3 fight hurt to win red. No, that is too much work. That is genuinely way too much work. So no, I haven't counted. But yeah. I mean, I'm sure you can do it by software or whatever, yeah, but I haven't checked. I see. You know what I'm seeing? Guys, you know what I'm seeing here? There was a meat on the bone in the shop, yeah? But now it has transformed into the bottle tornado because I picked a garbage power. W? What do you mean W? My broken uncommon relic is now freaking like bottle tornado. And I'm dying because my deck has like nothing. What do you mean? What do you mean W? Like, do you see that's a corruption feel the pain and we just go through the fire, go to the spire with like 0 damage or what? That's not how this game works, yeah? So first things first, we actually buy 2 pots, and if I buy 2 pots, yeah, we... the annoying thing is that this medkit actually is something, yeah? We have a power through, and there's a few no pain in here that, you know, yes, you can take. And the pain corruption, and especially with the medkit, suddenly this power through blocks like 1 billion. This power through blocks like 1 billion damage. It's just that blocking alone is not enough to, you know, kill the knob. Or the lack of volume, you know, that matters. So deck has nothing except base deck and Iron Wave. Which, to be fair, it's like Wolin, if you play the corruption, you will draw enough damage with the strength pot, I think, to kill. So strength pot alone should be able to kill like a Wolin still. And then the sentries, if you take Phenopain, no problem. So there's only Knob. Yeah. It's not buff on play status? No. Not at all. A bit poor, huh? Because this is already 248. 248 here we buy strength pot is 300, so I have around 80 gold left. 80 gold is good enough to buy this, but buying this is only against Knob, yeah. And then this potion blocks. It's okay amount, you know, against the thing, and especially with the strength potion could even buy this. But like, regardless, I know for sure this is bot. But I should calculate, because there's if I can get away with buying Mackie Phenopain here, I would like to. It's very strong. Like it turns power through into an insane card immediately. I do not need any extra support for it. Like, we don't need like Evo, we don't need the second queen, we don't need anything. This card suddenly becomes 1-0 impervious. Kind of. So again, calculate, this is 248. 248, we have 142. 142. Wait. Yeah, 248. 248, we have 142, yeah? 142, I buy this, and we have 88 gold. 88 gold, huh? 88 gold means that there's no pummel, no discovery, yeah? And I can only buy another potion. I mean, I'll buy cleave, but why on earth do you buy cleave? Just buy a potion, please, if you're buying the cleave. And what am I doing at the fire then? Because I could see the upgrading bash. Because if we go on to the North fight, it will also not really last at 3 turns. So even if you don't draw bash turn 1, the bash plus still performs. And then the sentries, we have the Phenopain, so we are not that worried. And Lagavulin being short on damage, the bash plus also performs like giga well in that fight. If you are just short on damage. You can rest as well, but I don't really think resting is better than the other choice. Considering that we do actually have a... Yeah, we do actually have a pretty decent matchup with sentries, yeah? The chance to roll no sentries in the 2 elites would be 2 out of 3 and then another 1 out of 2. So it's like 1 out of 3. 2 out of 3, we do roll sentries on the 2 fights and we will not take that much damage. I mean, that's still a pretty big claim. You need to block a little bit, and then afterwards the days only block like 3 per. So you can still get cheap damage, but it's not going to be too devastating or anything. So like 1 rest should be enough. I have like average damage value deck needs to be certain boss. That is not how you should think about the deck. What does it even mean though, the average damage value? Yeah, what is even the definition of the average damage value? Just... I mean, yes, if you're asking whether I have an instinct whether main deck needs more damage or not, yes, I will tell you absolutely. But the not average amount of damage or whatever that is not how I think about the deck. Yeah? And it's also not how humans should be thinking about the deck either. It's like that is for computers. But for example, the champ fight, like the champ fight, you look at your deck and you evaluate. Okay, let's say the champ gives you the 12 turns. Not more than once. Oh yeah, for the knob specifically, then yes. Like for a specific few bosses or elites, that can be done. Like the knob is one of the notable ones. Yes, you count the total damage that you have in the deck with the amount of energy that you can spend. And of course, if you're optimistic, you count 9, yeah? But I count 8. Personally, if I count, I would count 8. Then you see, like if you want to kill in 3 turns, and with 8 energy in 15 cast draw, what's the good case, what's the bad case? And then you evaluate accordingly. The boss you can do this with would be Hexagons, because the fight is actually fairly consistent with your deck output. But the other bosses you cannot do that. And then afterwards, yeah, this is not super useful anymore. Like every fight needs you to be, you need to think a little bit differently for every fight, to test different things. Like for example, the champ, yeah. Then you look at your deck and you just think like, let's say the champ gives you around 10 turns of scaling. So you deploy all your scaling in your deck, and then you see, okay, after 10 turns, what is the maximum damage burst you can deal in 2 turns? That is what you need to look at after you have 10 turns set up in the champ fight. How much damage can you deal in 2 turns? Because that is what the fight is testing, you know. That when the champ is pushed down to half HP and then you burst and then he goes crazy, so he needs to die. Like the average amount of damage you deal per turn doesn't matter. For example, in the champ fight, you deal like 30 damage average per turn, but every single turn you can only deal 30, you are dead. But your 30 damage average is like you deal no damage on some turns and then suddenly you deal like 200 damage per turn. Yeah, okay, champ dies easily. So just think about what the fight is testing. Like don't change the don't change your thinking process to be so mechanical. You know, it's not how you should be thinking. Mike, think about the Prime 7 special lot. But yeah, okay, back to this. I'm still stunned up. 36 HP. 48 against the thing. We cannot got play power too, even against the Nord, right? In fact, I should probably just buy the freaking artifact fort, right? Because the corruption is already better, much better against like a Boolean. And then the Sentry is the other thing, so the Nord is a much bigger threat compared to the other two, yeah. Against like a Boolean, we still need to use Strength Pot though, but then after we use Strength Pot against like a Boolean, at least I still have the artifact pot for the second fight if it's a Nob, so we low roll the case of Nob into Laga or Laga into Nob, like, you know, one or the other. But that's the 1 out of 3 case. And we low roll, there's no Sentry in the first 2 fights, and then you can still survive. Instead of trying to buy a slightly better but less specialized potion, you know, which is the block pot. But then we want to the Norm and get owned. Yeah, so I probably should just do this. You know, if I want to buy Feel No Pain medkit, I actually have to probably buy these 2 pots alongside it. So... And I mean, to be fair though, opponent chain being 70 is pretty likely that, you know, we fight this, we get a new pot. And then we get 2 relics in a new pot, and then the next fight is easy. But that is what's supposed to happen, you know? You never can be sure that you can drop a potion here with 70%. Or even a potion here, if that matters, then maybe your relics do nothing, but it's fine. Parmesan, thank you for the Parmesan 2 months special load. Not okay. I just do that. Pen, pot, and yeah, medkit and the thing here, and we have 3 gold left over. I will not rest though. We are upgrading the bash, and then if I need to, I can rest next floor. He's like a Boolean, so Strength Pot is still gone, but we have Corruption, Feel No Pain to set up here. If we draw both of them together, we cannot play though, but okay. The Corruption here, yeah. No reason to burn the skill now. Yeah, no reason to burn the skill now. Next one we have Feel No Pain Bash Plus. And Bash Plus or not, I'm pretty sure we still need Strength Pot here even after Corruption Feel No Pain is down, so let's just Strength Pot and then have enough damage to kill this guy before we go like -2 and then -4 strength with this deck. And yeah, opponent chain is freaking 70%, so let's use a pot, you know. We can block this guy for a bit. If we draw block cards, okay, let's draw block card. I'm still taking 7, no? Probably burn all the block cards now, yeah. Yeah, if I burn all the block cards now, I always draw worst possible damage draw. If I spend every single card in hand here, could be it still is already vulnerable 4, you know, because of Bash Plus. So Iron Wave and then Bash. So yeah, the worst attack draw will be Bash Strike, which would be 18. 18 here's 8. So 30, 28. Oh, 28 is actually with 28 we are 1 damage short. Should I leave some defense in to block like 1 attack in the next cycle then? I mean, I know for sure the power 2 is played now, yeah. Leaving the power 2 in to take 4 damage immediately makes no sense. No, we can when the Prime 7 8 man special lock. If we just draw 3 strike next turn is very easy. That's basically it. And if I draw 2 strike and Iron Wave, which is still enough. 2 strike Iron Wave, we have this is 8, this is 8, so 12, 24, 24, this is 7, is 10, so 34. 34 is, yeah, fine. As long as we don't draw... Oh no, actually, if we draw like Bash Iron Wave here... Yeah, okay, it always works. And yeah, this is a power corruption, you know, this is push enough damage in here. Yeah, next one is always lethal because I use Strength Pot. And I mean, you see my point about needing Strength Pot in this fight, yeah? Even with Corruption Phenomenon setup, we just don't have enough damage. Now we kill cleanly on this. Ah, okay. Yeah, this XecnaR, there was never a problem. There was actually never a problem, guys. I was never worried. After that, I think when the sub is 16 months special lot, but yeah, it's exactly the same last one. It's like we start the act a little bit dubious, and then the elite just drop the rest scout. Yeah, cool. So of course we're not resting here, and of course we're fighting Burning Elite. Our deck still doesn't have strength payoff though. That's the thing. Our deck doesn't have strength payoff, so even if you start with 3 strength, max SP sentries or something, maybe could hurt a little bit if you cannot block the opening turn. But that's fine. You take Inflame, or you can take the Burning Pack now, do the greedy thing, but I think I should still take the Inflame. And then our maximum strength potential would go to 5 or 6, and then we can pick 1 strength payoff attack, and then, you know, move on with our life. Okay, they're exactly the same here, right? The thing is in the... I guess I bought Feel No Pain in the same shop, so the deck was until here, and the shop had Feel No Pain medkit. Adichaka, then when the 7-2 year special load. Rampage? No, please do not pick the Rampage. I will tell you what situation this card enters my deck, yeah, if it's in Act 1. So first of all, this needs to not be Slime Boss, it needs to be Hexagons, and then I need to be here. And I also need to be dying to the Hexagons. Yeah, okay, then the Rampage enters my deck. Otherwise, no. Then yeah, Inflame. The knob we can steal artifact pot. I don't die in 2 turns, 2 big turns ever, and then we have regen pot and the second shop as well. Not sure. So what is this? Inflame upgrade is okay, but there's also an argument for corruption upgrade right now. Yeah, there is also an argument for corruption upgrade now to fight the next Lagavulin. Of course, it would be not very good if we see Snecko, but then we have Snecko corruption, the wasting 1 upgrade, no problem, yeah. And 1 strength, 1 additional strength potential on this point for Inflame Plus with a deck that has no strength payoff attack is not that important. But missing corruption could be important, because even honestly corruption against the knob is fine to play as well, yeah. Because turn 3, maybe you can dump some skills with the Feel No Pain as well to block extra, especially when you're not vulnerable, to make sure that you redraw to attacks as well. Yeah, sure. How bad can this be? You know, avoiding corruption. I mean, I do remember I made the upgrade tier list like what 2 years ago or something, maybe a year and a half. And corruption is on S, so you know I have to stick to my tier list. Okay, we don't key that, and yeah, absolutely run here then. The knob. Regen knob, we can also match him. The nice thing about this fight is that if I don't lose any HP, we're still in Red Scout. Yeah? I don't think we will kill him next turn though, without drawing back turn 1. But sometimes I can full block. We'll see whether we need to use a pot or not. Probably yes, huh? Yeah, like this I don't think I should be playing the corruption. So we just play strike, power through is positive HP, and we take a hit next turn. Did you let with the give the sub? Did you learn? I mean, I know how your name is pronounced now, yeah, but I'm too used to the way I say it, so you know, too bad for you. That's fine. It's either Lagavulin or Sentries. Lagavulin Sentry, but we still reset pot. Damage taken could be taking like the full 19, but I could draw Iron Wave. No, there's no Iron Wave. Oh, I hope that we are not forced to use the import here to not die, because suddenly then this fight can kill me. Yeah? And yes, we have to fight another elite. And the Bantu and the farm 7 4 months, special lord. Yeah, we do have to fight another elite. Yeah, 9 damage at 40 and kill for 2 turns, not sure. I just play strike and then artifact pot. Power through is positive, we are not vulnerable, because even if he attacks me twice, it's still only +6 and this is blocking 8. So power through is just positive. But yeah, this is a bad strike, and then next one can I die or not? No, with the regen point I can never die. You can also inflame bash. Inflame bash is how much? It has 46. We do 15 here, goes to 31, and 31 this will be 16 each, so 2 strike would kill. Strike Iron Wave, good kill. Yeah, it's 10, 16, 15. So 2 attacks would do it, yeah? But we have a guaranteed defense here and then still a billion bricks. If I play Bash Strike, do we reduce the threshold? It's like 16... it's 13, 13, 26. 26 is on 20. 20, I still need to draw 2 attacks. And the Bash alone is 19, so there's no reason not to play... Yeah, I should play Inflame then, basically. Okay, so I play Inflame Bash now. And hopefully we don't need to use this potion next turn, it just like dies. Hopefully we draw lethal, basically. Okay, they draw lethal. Wow. Yeah, potion. Second Feel No Pain is okay, but yeah, here's a Pummel Akabeko. Here's a Pummel with like a billion strength. Here's a Pummel with a Feel No Pain. Don't you think this card is great? I think this card's pretty great. You can take the second Feel No Pain to go with your Giga Medkit, and your power through actually is an impervious. And there's a corruption plus, but yeah, let's just take the Pummel. Yeah, this is the greatest Pummel you will ever see, so you know, let's take the Pummel. So we did drop... Yeah, we... Wait, what? What did I get? Wait, this fight did not drop a potion. Oh, no, it did drop regen, yeah. I had like strength pot entering here, yeah, okay. So I dropped 2 potions and 2 fights. We go down to 50 now. Yeah, we go down to 50 now. Poor. You know, expected, right? I expected them poor. I only spent oh my god in the last shot. This toolbox would have been pretty okay. There's an exhume on sale, and this exhume is pulling back 1 card with corruption or pulling back the Pummel itself. Or you can just remove strike. Like generally removing strike here, not the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Because there's already a corruption plus. And yes, another red relic is gone because we don't have the gold. If only I can exchange this for 80 gold or something, we can buy another red relic and do this relic back. Glorious. And yeah, I don't think I should be buying the exhume here even though it's on sale. And even though it would be quite strong later. Yeah, I should just remove strike. I think just remove strike. Removing also improves the Akabeko a little bit too. And this is either Century Strike or just Fort Knob, so losing the strike is less of a problem. Exhume status, I mean, it's real with the Feel No Pain, it still blocks a bunch. And after corruption, this is costing 0, so it's a... you know. And unless you exhume the slam instead of the wound. Again, yeah, exhume Sender's Bane, exhume the wound or like whatever. And it's zero energy block 6, which is not even so bad. Let's just remove. Oh, you can buy anger. Buying anger is okay as well. I kind of don't want to buy anger. The deck does need more, I guess, one more attack for the slime boss, kind of, maybe. And yes, anger would be a suitable one, but honestly, I would like to just open the attack pot instead of adding a cut. Let's remove. That is claiming that I don't really need potion in Act 2, yeah? Which I hope is true. Regen pot in here can be used for full value, and then we go up to I mean, never opening this turn. Yeah, regen pot in this fight can be used for full value, so we can go up to 37, 37, 43. That's our rescue range, but that requires not taking any damage at all. If we take like 2 damage or even more, yeah, we're still in rescue for the next fight. And your opponent chance still 50%. Thinking about saving this spot for early Act 2 is not that important. Yeah, sure. Let's use now. Yeah, corruption plus, yeah. So again, corruption, feel no pain. Same turn. Any pummel? What? Watch this. Yeah, why on earth we open there? But this is like 60 damage, you know. And yeah, of course we burn all the block now. It's dead, and I am exactly 1 above Rescal. That's fine. It's just a whole wave fight. Or I can intentionally take damage to go back into Rescal, but why? Yeah, so that we don't get owned by like Exodium Sucks next floor or whatever. Ah, okay, Slime Boss is no longer a problem. And I mean, Hemokinesis is a little bit weird though, yeah. And you see, like here's some Giga damage, you know, like the Giga damage cards, the Carnage and the Hemokinesis. On the other hand, here's a common card. And normally it's never picked. But what about the common card that is like never picked? Honestly, it's still Giga stupid. You just take the Carnage and upgrade your Carnage, and then, you know, move on with your life. You don't need to think about this crap. Maybe end of Act 2 you would like a real strength skill and attack that sticks around your neck, but right now it's not needed. It's still just way stronger. And it even exhausts. It kindly gets out of the way if you're doing some like, I don't even know, some looping, maybe some second wind. And yeah, it's still exhausted. If you no pain, you have an upgrade target. To be fair, you can upgrade like Pummel here, it's decently strong. You can upgrade the Inflame, it's decently strong as well. Carnage. And yeah, with the Helix now, of course we go here, yeah. To be fair, Helix is not actually good against the Elite. The Elite is either the Nob or the Sentries. You can block this turn or can kill it, depending on withdraw. Yeah, we can block and kill. I guess Power Potion is going bye-bye, huh? Yeah, I guess the Power Potion is going bye-bye, guys. It's not a bad potion. This potion is not a bad potion, but there's no way it can be kept here, unfortunately. This potion is still a lot stronger for quite a while, I would say, with this deck. Goodbye. Oh. Boom. Taking a big hit in this fight is not that bad as long as they don't like die, yeah? So this is like what, 19 HP left, and then still have Shockwave, so yeah, I guess I play Carnage. If we take a hit next turn, we enter Slime Boss with Rescal and still have the Helix. Next turn, is it always dead? If I play corruption, I can corruption here and then defend blocks a little bit, and the next turn it's like inflame, shockwave. I mean, of course I can attack pot, but yeah, 5 strength, 16 is on 3. It's fine if we don't break. Yeah, go into Resco. Wait, what? I'm breaking? We also block like a billion this turn. Maybe breaking is not the worst thing. Because you see how much damage we're taking here, like 0. So no, it's fine. It's fine if we break because the power through is more than enough. Almost try, yeah, sure. Do I still upgrade Carnage? Just upgrade on Pommel Strike. It's pretty good if we see Hammer. I mean, of course it's picked here because it's the loop payoff, you know. After you play Corruption, you exhaust all your skill and suddenly now your deck has like nothing, and then you have the Pommel Strike and you have a 0 cost attack or some very efficient attack and you just play that. So do I upgrade the Pommel or do I still upgrade like the Carnage or go even further, upgrading Shockwave with the consideration that we see Hammer and never additional buff and also never a way to make this Pommel upgrade play better than the Shockwave? Seems kind of dumb. And also that we never see a second Shockwave to upgrade the Shockwave here. That seems extremely stupid. So we're Act 2? Nah, Shockwave is not Act 2. Shockwave is Act 2 boss maybe. If your deck is bad, then maybe it's also bootstrapping, but otherwise, I don't really think the Shockwave upgrade is going to play that much in this Act 2. It will play in maybe a couple of situations, but not a lot. Yeah, Carnage versus Pommel. I mean, this deck is still Giga Snecko though, so the Pommel upgrade is set immediately if we see Snecko and pick it. But the Snecko is already the good case though, so I don't know whether I should be playing around that or not. But then the only other case is just Hammer and Hammer. Do I really care about the Pommel upgrade that much with Hammer? Do I really care that much about the Hammer? I mean, I don't. Let's just upgrade Carnage. Let's just upgrade the freaking Carnage. Pommel first in case we draw into Shockwave or Corruption or whatever, but missing Inflame is not even good, so I guess I would play Inflame anyway. If I miss a good 2 cost or whatever, doesn't matter too much. Corruption probably should just be played now, huh? And then we can add a way up. Or you can Pummel here, but I think Pummel redraw is better, yeah? Considering that we don't even care about splitting next turn. I will play this though, like this card sucks. I want to redraw it. And we helix this hit. If we're keeping that. This is splitting, so you know, maybe don't split. I don't care about drawing this. Okay, now we just split then. I don't even care about Feel No Pain, yeah, and then we just go. I mean, yeah, this split looks like okay, you know. And between you and me, I would claim that the split looks like okay. And maybe some will disagree. But yeah, Slime Boss with Helix and Rescue are completely free, expected. Garbage cards. This is not Feed Fight, this is not Offering, this is not Impervious, this is not Reaper, this is not Demon Form. I mean, there's a Juggernaut, which honestly deals a decent amount of damage because we have Feel No Pain and we also even have Medkit, and this power 2 is a billion damage with the Juggernaut. I don't really feel like we have damage issues in the short term or maybe even in the giga long term. With potential strength being 5 or 6 with permanent vulnerable with Pommel Strike with Corruption. There's like nothing here, I just skip. Big. I don't care about Force Energy though, to be perfectly honest with you. It's like convenient, the Force Energy, so that we can play like Corruption and a big 2 cost attack, yeah? Or, you know, we play draw card into steal some powers. By Rainbow with the Prime Starfish a lot. And yeah, in this pot with the The amount of pain is the med kit though, is the thing. Like Kurski with Darkstone period, but the amount of pain is med kit, so we draw this only one time, you know, we don't even need to evolve. We draw the wounds only one time. And yes, removing permanent cards in this deck is a pretty good thing. As in yeah, paying gold for removing the shop, you know, on the base strikes. Then our boss damage after we play corruption, we can actually draw into like our deck has 5 cards or something, and we can draw into all of them. If we take the Kurski, your deck has 6 cards. Yeah, we take a Kurski, your deck will have 6 cards, and then the Kurski also match with your Helix. But we have free pathing. We have P-Rap and free pathing, which is already kind of the best case for Kurski. I want to open 2 chests though, so Kurski is also kind of like 2 curses. Yeah, it's just 2 curses. Like, why not even take 2 curses over, you know, 2 goons that really have the bad kit for? And Astrolabe is going infinite. Yeah, you claim that, okay, this relic was strong enough that even if your draw is awkward, even if your draw interact 2 is awkward once in a while, you don't care. Yeah? And then you miss on these big cards, you don't care at all. And then you just go infinite. Red relic. I mean, the other one is also red. Like Kurski is also red. The only thing that's not red there is the Astrolabe. So that is never going to be picked because we are playing the red build. Maximum is only 2 elites and I'm sad. Yeah, maximum elite is only 2 and I'm sad. So where am I even going? Like, what upgrades do we need? Pommel Strike is fine. Inflame is okay. Shockwave is okay, but at the end of the act, maybe Automaton could be a bit of a problem, but maybe not that bad. Left side, yeah. Leftmost is Force Double Elite. Yeah, leftmost here is Force Double Elite, but it's also the best path for the fire and the shop positions. Shop is entirely optional at the end, so you have a lot of gold, and if you think that you want to short, then you're gonna go here, otherwise you can just like go away. And then you hit double fire as well. Like every other path has either only 1 fire, or the shop is in a very bad position, or like both. But yeah, this is Force Double Elite and Force 2 Advanced always, yeah. It will not die, guys. I don't worry. I think. I hope that's true, yeah, we will not die. If we die from this, it will be quite sad. If we die with this relic by next 2, it will be quite sad. Up. Upgraded. Upgraded screen. We do have the Piano Pen, and yes, we can corruption and use it to remove 1 strike, and then our loop gets cleaner. We don't have a loop yet though. There's no loop in here. If we exhaust the entire deck down, we play like our loop is strike into pommel into strike. And yeah, interesting loop. Here we work it, no, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's raising both your current HP and your max HP, yeah? So the difference between your max and your current is unchanged. So you can use it whenever. So there's no reason to really use it before seeing the boss relic, because of course sometimes you have like Sacred Back, or I don't even know. Like, only Totter is already gone, so it's only about maybe Sacred Back, maybe Steel Potion Belt. But Act Heal doesn't matter, you can just keep it. Doesn't change anything. Okay, if you know, like the deck literally has a corruption, what do you mean? It has a corruption, it has a pommel strike. We are honestly 1 drop kick away from like drop kick the enemies to the heavens. This deck ends at 1 drop kick and we just do, you know, like 5 damage loops in 1 turn and everything dies. Except the heart doesn't die, the heart is cheating, but you know, it's fine. We can figure out something with the heart later. This gold is not being spent and the shop is optional, so I guess we can give him 90 gold. I would buy a Carnage for 90 gold. Would I buy the attack pot for 90 gold? Attack pot for 90 gold is a pretty steep price, but right now we only have one potion. So if I throw this away, we actually have 2 empty potion slot here into the elites. But I don't really have like freaking Red Skull, and there's Akabeko, and there's also the Helix. There's no way I need this attack pod, right? Yeah, there's like no freaking way I need this attack pod. Yeah, I refuse to believe that Ironclad is this bad. And I need this attack pod for this act too. Strong. Yeah, okay, this is our loop, guys. Yeah, our loop was like strike into pommel into strike, yeah, but every time we do that we get 1 strength. Yes, now we can play 2 base strike in the same turn, but we gain the strength for it. I do want a strength scaling attack or some ruffle butt or something like. Zero cost attack is fine too. Anger is okay. But yeah, this relic mostly is doing like nothing. That's fine. How big is this? 27. That's a convenient number. Need pummel? Pummel. So I can down this guy, I can down this guy, but using Helix now. Yeah, it's like 1 damage off. Yeah. That's okay. Let's down this now, right? We'll be taking damage next turn. Because the Helix is not going to protect me against this unless it's swooping. Wait, this guy's stupid. But I am also still not even losing the Helix though. Yeah, okay. Shockwave Plus is for the birds, right? I see. I thought we were talking about Shockwave Plus against some like Gremlin Leader or Bull Stabbing, but yeah, it's maybe for the birds. I see. Because next turn our debuff runs out and then it goes in. Did not draw a strike. Strike would down, so instead here I'm taking damage. 2 damage to be exact. Ow! This one and last one is crazy, is it? Because right now we're actually not safe, you know. Compared to the last run by this floor, I think we were really kind of safe because I saw the Reaper in the Orrery. Yeah. But this one is not safe, you know. We still don't have that much draw. Like this, if this deck has a Dark Embrace or something, then it's actually giga strong. But you see, I'm drawing like 5 cards per turn, yeah, with the Mark of Pain. But you see how long it takes to actually kill these guys, even though I explode one of them on turn 1 and they're all debuffed. Which 8 runs defect play, figure out. Yeah, very nice. HP, Ancient Potions back. Struck for Pommel Struck loop, but I think Struck is not it, guys. Yeah, I think the Struck is not it, guys. It's pretty good, yeah, but it's not it. Here's a snack or a corruption, so I still need to use this. Unfortunately, this doesn't full block, so our Helix is just gone. There's no point even playing this because it's a very, very strong redraw. But yeah, because it's Neko Corruption, we have no pain and debuffs in play already, so I don't really know like what this guy's trying to do. I have no idea what the Neko is trying to do, but it's not working. And yeah, just like the 2 potions back. The attack pod is it's never here. Headbutt. Still doesn't have draws. This headbutt is not that good, yeah. But it's okay. It would be slightly better after I avoid the pommel, so we have some maybe some potential thing to headbutt back. We already have like Carnage to headbutt. We have maybe power through headbutt. Actually, power through headbutt is very strong. But headbutt is still fine. Yeah? I don't think it's bad. Mistake. Oh, nice headbutt. No, but actually, no, headbutt. Am I even playing Shockwave? Because keeping Helix in this fight is pretty good. I mean, I can keep Helix this fight by still doing Shockwave, True Grit, but then... Otherwise, I'm taking like what, Shuriken? Let's get take Shuriken, yeah. And Shuriken again, but I think I should be playing the Feel No Pain. So let's play Feel No Pain. Unfortunately, we are losing Helix here by 1 HP, by 1 block. That's okay, you know. Hit the defense, sure. Now this guy's dead. Freaking. What weakness? Just another like generic decent card, but or you can take the Cliff Plus. Generally, Cliff Plus is not the worst thing I've ever seen because it's first of all it's green, and secondly it's the first AoE. Thirdly, we have Akabeko. So yes, the Cliff front load redraw, front load draw actually kill things. And yeah, the deck has no AoE at all, and it doesn't have. It's like we want to lead those. Sometimes I can see a problem depending on how we draw. Also, we're fighting Automaton, so it could do something, but I really don't want it. On the other hand, there's the Sword Weakness that also is a skill to land with the Corruption, and we get like Giga Extra Strength to go into the loop attack and then boom bomb. Damn, no, this is Automaton. But champ. We have Headbutt for the Sword Weakness as well. Exhausting Iron Wave was try and never won the block. Yeah, just plus 1 damage. Like the redraw doesn't matter. Redraw doesn't matter, and I only drew the headbutt. So I just exhaust the thing and gain 1 damage from the strike. Because the block on the turn doesn't matter. Only I don't need this, right? If I do need that, it would be quite sad. Alright, pop upgrade now for sure with the amount of pain for energy and the wounds and the fact that the deck has like no draw. Ah, Spot Weakness. Guys, load this. Yeah, it's also doing 24. Yeah, but we have the Helix. But yeah, load this. Just look at it go. Just look at it. 60. 60 is not instant killing, no? And then of course it's still bad pattern, yeah. So next turn we can get Giga Own, or turn afterwards we can get Giga Own. But for now, you know, just look at it. Boom. No devotion, I don't think. Yep, getting a bit on. Ow! It's 28. Shockwave is nowhere to be found. Yeah, very cool. That's fine though. Shockwave is found next turn. Block is 5. Next turn is 24, but Shockwave is still not down. If I just headbutt Pommel, we have guaranteed kill. Or full blow. Okay, fine. Ow. Yeah, because yeah, okay, it's not quite full block, but it's like positive HP, you know, compared to the 5, I think, maybe. Garbage, unless you tell me this is my thing. Unless you tell me this is my thing now, because yes, I do want the strength scaling attack that's reusable. And that one is green. It's also not a bad draw on turn 1 because we have the Giga Akabeko. Yeah, how bad is this? It's probably quite okay. This deck can fall into the problem of drawing 5 cards per turn pretty quickly though, if we don't find like either Reaper or like Dark Embrace or Offering or, you know, relics that actually protect us against Act 4, which right now none of these do that. You know? This can do it sometime when we win the 50-50 in the heart, but it's not reliable. Let's try. This relic does nothing. Entropic grew over the strength pod, but the thing about this run is I think I want to save Ancient Potion for the, honestly, for the heart right now. This is already being planned to be used to block the heart, and then this Entropic was never open. Strength pod is not bad in this deck, it's okay. It's not that good though. Probably still take this, maybe Potion Bell. Relic bar is pretty long, so maybe Potion Bell can show up. So what is this now? Inflame upgrade I don't think is needed anymore. Now we have spot weakness also and shuriken. So upgrade Feel No Pain to improve output, or rest for Dreamcatcher to find card draw, or upgrade Shockwave. I think Feel No Pain upgrade is still good, yeah? Even without corruption in play, the medkit like this is still decent amount of output, and we have some exhaust outside corruption now too. Yeah, I think you just do Feel No Pain upgrade. Also give us a loop target. If we see a duplication event or the mirror and there's nothing else to do, we can do the Feel No Pain plus. Red relic. For some reason I don't think I should be taking this one though, even though it's red. Yeah, it's red, but I don't think I should be picking this up. I think I should key it. Yeah, goodbye. I think I have seen better hands. Yes, we're taking 21 damage here. And nothing dies. Yeah, unless you tell me if I ignore corruption, somehow the thing dies. But I don't really think so. With no innate strength, only the Akabeko did not draw the Giga attacks, did not draw Shockwave. Yeah, where's my Twin Strike? There's no reason to panic on any potion yet, though. I can even rest here for Dreamcatcher. Right now we don't have an urgent upgrade. Should I play corruption? I should, right? I think I should still play corruption. So with corruption, headbutt strike then, because I don't want to headbutt any of these cards. Take 21. Hopefully we don't have to panic or even die. Yeah? We are one card away from the Giga Pummel, but it's fine. So it's here. It's very annoying. Taking another 15 here. And we cannot get Shuriken before the Pummel. So I guess it's just like Twin Strike here into Bash here and then keep the Pummel around. Because Pummel redraw is not bad. More strength is good. When you have enough damage and you don't have Reaper, you can stop taking strength. When it's enough damage, well, who knows? Depends on the enemy. And depends on your card draw, and depends on your deck. If you just want a very, very rough heuristic, I can tell you that it's very rare that you need to go above 6 strength without Reaper. Yeah, it's pretty rare that you need more than 6 strength without the Reaper. But it's not that overscaling with strength is bad, yeah? Because it still improves your damage, and maybe you need to kill like 1 turn faster or so. But okay, here. This turn is just Twin Strike, Strike, here, kill, and then Bash here, right? I guess. Ow! Rescue here at least. Amazing turn. Keep the power through around, yeah? But yeah, here you can clearly see the problem with this deck, right? In this fight, I think you can very clearly see what the problem with the deck is. I can spot before the Pommel, but if I draw into the Feel No Pain, I would like to, you know, full block this guy. Okay, did not happen, so we actually take another 7, huh? Feel No Pain's bottom deck. Ow! But yeah, I mean, you can very clearly see what the problem this deck is, yeah. Extremely apparent. Now, with the Giga Med Kit, now we of course don't take damage even if we draw Giga complete bricks like this, but you know, damage has been done. Gremlin Horn can help, you're a nice cliff. Gremlin Horn can help against some nasty Retromancer in Act 3 for sure. What if I take the second Shockwave over, like a Struck, right? Okay, fine, the Struck would be okay now. I mean, it's green, what do you want me to do? It's green, guys, what do you want me to do? It's green. I don't know what you want me to do, you know, picking it. Brimstone, yeah. On the other hand, is the card that's kind of interesting. And maybe I should buy for full price, you know, at least consider buying for full price. Because I think this card is pretty good. There's also another thing in the shop here on sale that's fairly decent. That doesn't mean I will never go here now. But Vitality, of course, with Helix is a little bit awkward, but it's not a bad thing, you know, to have in this kind of deck. Brimstone? Why on earth you buy Brimstone? Yeah, am I buying this Brutality or not? Because otherwise I can remove. I can also remove a card. If I buy Brutality, it kind of needs to be green, yeah? Yeah, with the Mark of Pain especially, if I buy Vitality, it kind of needs to be green. But then it negates the Helix against the hard chance immediately. And then of course I will... I mean, I shouldn't say I would not take the second Vitality, but maybe I will. It's just that removing here is strong. Removing here is pretty strong as well. This deck is very dependent on both the corruption and the Final Pain being in play. It's uncomfortable, even though Relic Bar is long and the card quality is not bad. It's very uncomfortable to play this deck. Artifact for the permanent strength consideration? Yes. Yes, it will be. And I mean, we even have this, yeah, but this will be used for vulnerable in the heart most likely. But yes, you can use this for 3 more strength in one fight. With the Reaper. Oh, it's a freaking Helix, yeah? Like, without the Helix, it's such an easy Vitality to upgrade, you know, but there's a Helix. And now I need to think about it. Let's go. Yeah, I think so, yes. If the Reaper is the attack that cleanse, I think the pellets works. But not totally sure. Oh, pellets won't work, okay. Really? No, I'm not sure. That's why if anybody knows for sure, then you can tell me. But yeah, I don't really know. Ah, you never have the minus strength debuff, okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Brutality into upgrade is also -1 card in a sense, because right now I don't have any upgrade. Like Shockwave absolutely does not need to be upgraded when I have 3 of them. Yeah, one of them is green already. So unless I see like a Pommel Strike or something, or Dark Embrace or whatever, we will not need to upgrade, so I can just rest for, you know, a chance to find like, some offering or some Dark Embrace or whatever. If I take Brutality, then we lose 1 card reward as well. So I lose 1 remove and 1 card reward to get this idea Brutality into upgrade for consistent long fight draw. We don't get that many draws out of the Brutality though, because after 1 deck cycle, of course, I slam corruption, yeah, and we exhaust all the skills, and deck is pretty small, so Brutality draw doesn't even matter. This process takes around 5 or 6 turns right now, which is, you know, a bit long. So the Brutality is a card advantage around, I would say like 3 or 4, maybe even 5, depending on the fight. So again, yeah, like 4 or 5 card draws. We gain 4 or 5 card draws at the cost of, you know, 1 remove, 1 card reward, and a little bit of HP, but that's not super relevant. This is like so annoying. What about boss relics? P-box in this spot, would I click? Probably yes. Yeah, I would think that I click P-box. So removing is a tiny bit worse. Snecko, of course, a click, but Snecko is unchanged for remove versus the brutality. I guess brutality would get worse with Snecko, yeah, but Snecko is only the good case. Pyramid, also the good case, I don't really care. Lab is already gone. Empty case, then remove is maybe stronger, but not even clearly so. Fifth energy, preferably not being picked. Yeah, fifth energy preferably not being picked. So if I see fifth energy, it means we have brick boss relic in a sense. But if it's something like fusion hammer, then yeah, I think I would like brutality into green. Yeah, sure, brutality, yeah, brutality. Brutality into green. And yeah, and then we're going here now, no more go, so we go this way. But hey, what events have I seen in this act? We saw Renwith, and then the other one is a shop, so I don't know anything. So, you know, Colosseum potential is still here, but right now, buy straight, we definitely don't take. Apparitions. Apparitions with the Reaper now seems fairly dubious. And also the Mark of Pain with Apparitions not the greatest thing of all time, yeah. Spot weakness, and thank you. I don't care about helix, right? They just play brutality. We could be frail. Should I still try to kill the baseball first? We have 3 shockwaves here, but we'll probably still try to hit the baseball first. Huh? Yeah, lose a helix, but that's fine. How much damage is this? It is 50, 59. That's 10 damage off from this. We can kill here now though. Yeah, and get the Gremlin Horn as well. This turn could get Giga on, yes, the baseball of doom. Hopefully don't like die here, it would be very sad. But yeah, the freaking baseball, yeah. Something just never changed, you know. Like, I try getting owned by the baseball. There's no lethal here. This is only, yeah, this is only 45 here. It's not lethal. I guess if I hit this guy on turn 2, then we would have killed this turn with this draw. I could have blocked as well though. Feel no pain always being bottom deck is bad. This is our key cut. It actually is our key cut. Corruption is okay with whatever. Like, this is our main cut. Like, without this, we don't block. Without this guy, we really don't block. And without debuff, we don't deal that much damage either. This thing has 3 artifacts. And the headbutt also being here means that, yeah, there's nothing to do. We just take the hit. And I guess then we can Dreamcatcher. Not having brutality is annoying, but now suddenly I can die. Yeah? And yes, this guy is also hard countering because you cannot Reaper here. Now I guess just kill next turn and take like 19 now. 20, yeah, because of brutality as well. Ow. That was rude. Second win. Now that guy has no draw, but there's a second win. And it puts even more pressure into drawing the thing. Yeah, it puts more pressure into drawing Feel No Pain. And we already have the corruption. Metallicize Plus is probably not what we need in this spot. Reckless Charge is cute, but again, no damage raise, no deal, yeah? That wins good block. Okay, set up a Sled. Is it good block? I think it's terrible block, no? Like, isn't second win a complete garbage card unless the Feel No Pain is already in play? Our hand feels like nothing, maybe brutality like +1, okay, sure. And then we have energy already from the Mark of Pain, and then we somehow have corruption. Whenever we have corruption in play already, the second win is completely worthless. And then of course we can also just not draw second win alongside with the thing, and the second win delays the Feel No Pain draw as well. I know, like, it's just bad, no? Suddenly now like kind of scared of this, yeah? If we see outer, I guess it can be big. So hopefully I don't like die here. But we do have the... Yeah, we do have the thing. We do have the helix. Oh, I mean, Reaper Akabeko, we just use it now. Even though this guy gains the thing still good, yeah. 15. We heal 16 here of the Reaper. Unless they tell me somehow that we can store the avocado out and then Reaper in the redraw. Or you can claim that we kill the avocado now with the pummel instead. Because yes, I can still pummel here and then we gain... It's not even so bad to Reaper after, because Reaper after is healing 12. Reaper now is healing 15. On the other hand, you can pummel this guy and then Reaper for 6 and then 6. We would take 6 damage though if I try to go for avocado first and have killing here, but at the same time I don't have Giga low roll potential on turn 3. Or even directly next turn, yeah, because we helix this hit and then we are vulnerable next turn and then what? Was it in 4th? No, I have seen 4th, but Shockwave stops at 3. 3 Shockwave is where I stop for the most part. Sometimes we pick more, yeah? But for this run, for now, 3 is enough. But yeah, if we do pummel to Reaper and to strike here, and what would happen is 52, 52 plus another 9, that's 61. 61 plus another 6 is... I mean, you know the damage. So, that is minus what 53 HP. Yeah? This guy is on 21 and 10. So we have 31 HP on this guy. No, I think that should be the case. Instead of killing here now, I think we should go for avocado. Yeah? Otherwise, like a couple of turns for now is a little bit too risky. Like we'll just take a little bit extra damage on my face now in order to open the kill on this way soon. I mean, yeah, it's still 7. Actually, it's not even 6. It's actually 7 damage. I was thinking it's healing 12, but it's actually healing 14. Okay, there's no point playing the Reaper first, and it makes like absolutely 0 sense. Yeah, this heals 14. Very good. Still in rest cover. Of course, we're taking 6 damage now. Oh yeah, helix is going in. Yeah, and now suddenly this thing is dead. Somehow, right? Magically. Instead of taking 18 damage to the face now when frail. Die. There's no reason to stay here anymore, so we kill it now. Immolate is here, but we already have the Gremlin Horn and I also have massive draw issues, so this Immolate is trash. Even though we do have the medkit. And the Immolate seems like complete utter hot garbage. And then I cannot kill the automaton minion for some reason. It steals my corruption, it steals my Reaper, it steals my brutality, whatever, and then I die. Yeah, let's skip. Let's plot is how stubborn do I want to be with this ancient potion? Like, can we really try to preserve this potion forever? Like, do I trust Reaper? Because automaton fight is not totally trivial, yeah? Helix being kept for the hyper beam, yeah, not possible. Not exactly super possible to keep Helix for the hyper beam, you know? So it needs to either die on that turn or we need to use potions, or we need to somehow set up a block, or I need to rest now. Hmm. 180 hours? Nah. 60 streak on Watcher. If you actually play in a way to streak, yeah, and not to improve your win rate, 60 streak and Watcher probably takes around 120. Yeah, it's like 2 hours per run. That's already taking a lot of time, yeah. Because for the most part, most runs will be 1 hour. Like the first like 20 or maybe 30 will be 1 hour runs. And then afterwards you can slow down. It's still a lot of time though. And yeah, and then what? And then by the time you get to 60, then the streak becomes like 100. Yeah, that is what would happen. Yeah, when you grind your way to 60, the streak becomes 100. So you need to put like another like 100 plus hours in, and then sometimes lose. But yeah, suddenly automaton is a little bit spooky. This is giving nothing, yeah. At least I picked the Pommel Strike though. Like, imagine not picking the Pommel Strike and we just actually play 5 cards Ironclad. Cardless over Artifact. Artifact is for for the hard fight itself. Besides the hard fight, it could be 3 strength, but not that effective. We do have free pathing, not that much gold, but we do in this still have free pathing in Act 3, yeah? So we can make some preparations. Because right now maybe the risk of death is higher inside the automaton fight than in Act 4. And Artifact was not even the best thing to hold for Act 4, yeah? It's one of the decent things, but it's not the best thing. So, When 38 streak, yeah, like Isaac and FTL also have like 3 digit streaks, no? So you know, people when people get good enough and when the game is out long enough, yeah, eventually there will be someone that, you know, grinds to ridiculously high amount. That will just always happen. If the game allows you to do something, people will just do it. You know. But you're throwing away Artifact for potential colorless because I'm scared. Isaac has 4 digit, yeah, 4 digit. Yeah, attempting to beat like a 4 digit streak, you know, not the best time, yeah, if you lose when you get to like 900. Watcher, if you put the time in, it will just happen. People are already more than good enough to get 3 digit streaks in Watcher. Skill wise, you play like around 300 runs, I expect the streak to be at least 100. At least. It's just like you know. I think Coach is the person that has streamed the most Watcher and he streamed around, I don't know, like 400 runs total. And maybe a little bit more if you count it, the old patches. Of course, if you count the run where you know, he play below Ascension 20, then it's more. But overall, even Coach, you know, has only streamed around like 400 runs of Watcher. So you can play a lot more, yeah? And then with the current level win rate, when you play that many runs, your streak will be sky high. Oh yeah, back to this. Yeah, probably throw away Artifact Pod and then just take the colorless, yeah. Because the deck doesn't use Artifact Pod at the moment, so if I want to see if I have to open Entropic Ruin Automaton, I'm just losing a potion. That's basically it. Yeah, sure. Bites, yeah, not really, you know. Yeah, the Blood Vial, yeah, Blood Vial into bites. We already have the Reaper and have Dreamcatcher as well. So Anti-Note is not very good, yeah. MSK, Dreamcatcher here can go to the thing, or we can keep the Rascal and then upgrade Brutality, but then they lose Helix immediately on turn 2. I guess Helix on turn 2 against that fight is only blocking the 8, yeah, so it's not so good unless you can already full block turn 2, which is just not happening. Actually, I don't mind Brutality Plus. Actually, I totally don't mind the Brutality Plus. No, I think I upgrade Brutality now, and sometimes we have to open every potion and sometimes still die. But the situation in Act 2 has not been good enough. Yeah? Like, you can see the relic difference, you know. Not that we have been dodging or anything, Act 2 just haven't given me the chance to really farm. But Act 1 relic bar was until here, and then Act 2 I only have this in the key. Not that this relic is so bad, you know, this relic is okay, this relic is okay. Okay, shockwaves here. You can strip or artifact here, everyone, or you can get a bit more Akabeko. I think the moment I toss away the artifact pot, I will just open Gauntlet Spot now, though. You can open Gauntlet Spot next turn with like Panic Button, but you're opening now. I already spent energy though, so opening next turn for Panic Button or Secret Technique for the Spot Weakness or the Shockwave is not even so bad. The bomb opening now is like slightly better, the Apo is also slightly better, but not really much if we are playing the line to strip artifact. Which I think I am playing to strip artifact instead of getting one strength. We can get one strength here by doing a twin strike into bash into strike here, Giga Akabeko, lots of damage, and also get a Shuriken Proc. But I think I will strip artifact instead, so that my shockwaves here actually land. And deploying vulnerable has to be better than from the future shockwave has to be stronger than getting this damage in. No? So we shockwave and then bash. Yeah? I guess I got an enlightenment. Yeah? Enlightenment would mean I can Akabeko get strength and still strip artifact. Okay, spawn is here, and yeah, now we open Gauntlet Spot. Panic Button can be used immediately. This guy is stealing my corruption or my Reaper. Good Instinct, just get 6 block or what? Secret Weapon, we can pull the Reaper now to make sure that it steals corruption. I mean, you see here is really not so easy to deal with this, yeah, which is why, you know, I'm a little bit scared. I think I could also open Entropic Rule right now. Yeah, I think I would also open Entropic Rule immediately because I'm a little bit scared here. I think Good Instinct to save HP because sometimes with Reaper can heal enough to survive Hyper Beam when it will be weakened. This thing will be weakened here. Okay, just take this, yeah. Open this. Okay, Blood Pot is making me feel a bit safer. Not totally safe, you know, a bit. We can add a War here and just let the Carnage go. I can also kill this now and draw one card. But if you draw Shockwave, I cannot play it. And draw Corruption, cannot play it. We can headbutt it back. If I add a War, we take 8 damage and have 8 strength. Let's add a War. Shockwave costs 2 and no Corruption in play yet. Is it back on or is the game music not on? It is, no? It is. So my corruption is stolen. That's actually not a bad thing. That's not a bad thing. And now this guy is Giga debuff, yeah? But yeah, I know for sure that after I kill this, I get my corruption back. I can Reaper now and heal to full HP. I lose my rest cow, but you know, I'm like, cool. This is healing 54. And it's already weakened for the Hyper Beam, so I can never die there. So the fight is probably won now without having to use Entropic Rule, but you know, just in case. This draw is like good enough, I think. I mean, that's a lot of HP. We lose 3 strength. I mean, I don't think losing 3 strength is such a big problem here. And yes, I should be playing the corruption right now. And yeah, headbutt Spot Weakness, yeah. Headbutt Spot Weakness and get it immediately. Corruption. You can get the Shockwave there as well, but Spot Weakness is probably better to play now.